Welcome to Highly Questionable. I'm Dan Levitar. This is my father, Poppy, and that's Israel Gutierrez. How do we pronounce his name, Poppy?
Israel Gutierrez.
Thank you. What do you like on the show today?
This Jeff Teague taking the I'm coming home narrative a little too seriously.
I would never live with my father. Vamos, Poppy.
Were you moved by LeBron, D-Wade, Melo, and Chris Paul's call to action last night?
My initial recoil was to think that seemed orchestrated. I didn't love it as the start of an award show. And then when I found out, no, these guys asked to do this. This wasn't sponsored by our company. This was something that they requested doing. Then it seemed a lot cooler to me. Now, keep in mind, it's not quite Jim Brown and Muhammad Ali and Bill Russell fighting the way they were fighting as leaders. These guys are getting a little late to this particular situation. But still, something is better than nothing, and they are giving voice to something that their community wants given voice to. Better late than never.
Frankly, I would have been disappointed if this award show didn't start out this way. Now, it made it even more meaningful that these four guys asked to do it themselves, but then you actually pay attention to the words and just listen. Not only were there poignant points to be made, but there was great balance in what they said. They were got to the point, Dwayne Wade, with very specific words. The shoot-to-kill mentality needs to stop. A lot of it was very good. A lot of it was perfect timing, and couldn't have asked for better players or more notable players than these four guys.
You know, I love the ESPYs last night. I love that moment, but I got to complain about the ESPYs, you know? Nobody asked me to appear, you know, so all these big guys, they went in there, you know, and I work every day for ESPN, you know, I don't know how much time I got left, and they didn't allow me to appear. You know, I was ready to go. I had practiced my speech about 15 times, waiting for that goal, waiting for that goal, waiting for that goal never came in. Come on.
That's wrong, ESPN, wrong.
Would it make sense for the Thunder to trade Russell Westbrook to the Celtics?
Well, of course it would make sense, right? You don't want to lose another megastar for nothing the way you just did for Kevin Durant. And yes, the Celtics have all these assets, they have all these pieces that they can trade to you. But here's my question if you're the Oklahoma City Thunder, and this one kind of gives you pause a little bit. What if Russell Westbrook likes it? What if he likes being the guy who can shoot 30% and get these mega triple-doubles and not have to answer to anybody and be in the MVP discussion in Oklahoma City? If he plays a couple, 3 months of the season that way, maybe he could change his mind and want to stay put.
This is a Howard Beck report, and I would say that while this makes sense, because a lot of people throughout the league think Russell Westbrook is absolutely leaving at the end of a year, I do wonder how valuable these assets the Celtics have, given that they can never get anything for all these assets that they've had. They tried to get Justice Winslow a couple of years ago, trading a bunch of pieces, got him nothing. They tried to move up in this year's draft, got him nothing. If it doesn't get you a higher draft pick, it sure as hell isn't getting you Russell Westbrook.
If you're the Oklahoma City Thunder and you see the Celtics can do not a whole lot with those pieces and they have that storied franchise, why would you try to go the same route?
Do you know who I think is laughing about all this? Well, Seattle, the city of Seattle is laughing.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, we were really jealous when you had Harden and Durant and Westbrook, and now you're going to lose all of them, and you're just going to have that samurai, that 7-foot pirate, Steven Adams, is all you're going to have to show for it.
Is Mark Cuban right that the Warriors will be seen as villains?
Yes, he's right. I mean, they were trending in that direction anyway, weren't they? Because last year, people were turning on them right and left. A lot of people really enjoyed seeing them lose at the end because they've got that arrogance. They play with a lot of flash. And now they add this guy, and they seem an insurmountable powerhouse. So absolutely, he's right. In fact, a lot of people are going to be rooting against this team, and that's good for the league.
Yeah, but there are going to be some conflicted fans out there. They're going to start off booing, and then they're going to watch this magical team pass the ball around and shoot it from 40 feet out and make half of those, and they're going to say, wait a second. I really like this. Just the same way they oohed and awed after LeBron James and Dwayne Wade put on a show 10 minutes after they practically got booed out of every arena.
That is really conflicting, right? I hate them. I hate them. I love this. I love this. I hate them. I hope they lose. They're winning. I love that they're winning. Ouch.
You know, I think that Mark Cuban is because Kevin Durant didn't go to the Maverick. You know, I mean, what is he going to say? If he had gone to the Maverick, they'll say, well, you know, it's the best move he ever made in his life, you know? I mean, he's teaming up with us, and we're going to go for all the marbles this year.
Keep in mind, though, there is an undercurrent here of what Cuban is saying. Last time we heard about Mark Cuban from Kevin Durant, he was calling him an idiot several times.
Is Jeff Tick choosing to live with his mom and dad the shrewd decision or an awful decision?
Shrewd is the word. My father swallowed the D for some reason, made it a shrewd decision. I don't think that that's what it is. Let's listen to him. He's a Pacer now, by the way.
You know what I think would be cool is if for a while, now that you're back here, if you just go ahead and live back at home.
I do live at home.
Yeah, see, I like that.
There you go.
How long will that last?
The whole year.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this the house you grew up in, or once you got to the NBA, have your parents now, is this a new home?
No, I bought a home here some years back, and when I re-signed back with Atlanta, I just decided I was going to live in Atlanta, and I just gave the house to my mom and dad. And now I've sold my house in Atlanta, so now I'm moving back, and now I'm going to live in my old house with my mom and dad.
Do you kick them out of the master, or how does that all
They
work,
got
Jeff?
the master. I just got the basement.
Here's my only question on this. I know Jeff Teague bought the house, but if you're the parents, don't you charge him like a reasonable amount of rent?
Wow,
like $50,000
really?
a month,
That's where you're going with
$100,000
this, Izzy? Really?
Yes.
We're charging him rent. Keep in mind, this is a guy who is doing this specifically because he's not going to be there very long. He's an unrestricted free agent after this year, so he's announcing to the Pacers, I'm going to stay here for a little while
Great
with my
point.
parents just to see how things work out. But man, you're cold, dude.
Hey.
He paid for the house. You want them charging him rent for the house? You got to kick the parents out of the master bedroom. Parents, basement.
You got to make that money.
When are you finally moving out? You know, all these years, hanging around, getting a free ride, I'm telling you.
I love being around my dad.
Bill.
Coming up next on my son's TV show, we talk to Cameron Payne.
We can definitely do something. We can
Let's
definitely
go.
do
Let's
something.
go.
Yeah, and then dab.
I don't know what that was, okay? No, he's not. No, that's no good. All right, why'd you stop?
My son's TV show is brought to you by Mobile One Extended Performance Synthetic Motor Oil. Joining us at the beach today is Cameron Payne.
Plays for the Thunder, dances with Russell Westbrook, comes from Memphis. Let's get to know him a little bit. Your father was your coach from 5 years old on. Can you give us a story about him being an unreasonable coach, him being harder on you than he was on anybody else?
Yeah, he was definitely hard on me than a lot of the other players. But I mean, it was all fun and games. He made me better. He was a point guard too, so he taught me a lot. But it was hard. But we got it done, and it was
give me
all
one of
good.
those stories. It was hard. How? How was it hard?
After the game, I played bad. We going right to the gym, and then in the morning we going right back to the gym. Even if we got a game in a couple of hours, he makes sure that whatever I messed up on last game, I won't mess up this next game.
Give me the best temper tantrum. Give me the best temper tantrum that you threw that ended up with you losing because Dad was a disciplinarian.
If I lost, period. When I was young, if I lost, I was crying. There's one thing I don't like doing. I don't like losing. The thing about it, I haven't lost that many games, so it was all cool. I ain't cry too much.
Cam, I read where you learned about KD's free agency decision via Instagram posts. Like, put us next to you right there when you're reading that
Honestly,
message.
though, give us the honest stuff. Like, how mad were you? Don't clean it up. Like, how upset were you?
I mean, I was disappointed, but I mean, I couldn't be too disappointed. I mean, it's his decision at the end of the day. He worked his tail off to get to this point and make a decision for this situation. But I was scrolling on Instagram and I seen Clay, Steph, and Kev as a picture, and it said Splash Kings, and I was like, man, did he really went there? And I went on ESPN and it showed that he signed with the Warriors, and I was just like, oh man, well, guess we gotta get ready for the next season.
Let's do a little role playing here. I know you're not an actor, but the first phone call you made after that, go ahead and put us there. Let's see what that looks like, hear what it sounds like. Who are you calling? And go ahead, get into character here. What did you say?
I was like, hey, what's going on, Dad? You see what's going on ESPN right now? He was like, yeah. It's kind of crazy, right? I said, yeah. That one just shocked me right there. That one shocked me. I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't believe it. And he was like, yeah, I understand.
Dad was hot. You're doing the politically correct thing. Yeah, Dad was upset.
Or was Dad so happy because you're getting more shots next year?
maybe,
Is that why Dad could have been happy?
Nah.
Dad doesn't understand it.
Cam, were you really 5'5" starting in high school? Like, what was that like? Did you have to defend yourself a whole heck of a lot?
Yeah, it was very small. I was very small, but it was all good. I came off the bench in high school my first year, and they was like, man, who is this little kid? What grade is he in? Is he in 6th grade, 7th grade? But luckily, 11th and 12th grade, I got taller. The length finally started hitting me. In college, I got a little bit more taller and put me in this position.
Yeah, but tall or not, your Murray State coach met you and thought you were how old? 9, 10, 11?
12.
He thought
12.
12 years old upon meeting you? So you might have been tall, but he still thought that you were very, very young.
Yeah, little baby face, little baby kid, no muscles. I weighed, what, like 155 my freshman year of college, so I was definitely little.
Did you retire your father the first time you beat him? How old were you? What are the details of the first time you beat him, and was it the last time you beat him because he didn't want to play anymore?
Well, once I started getting a little bit taller, we stopped playing. But ever since then, he was beating me. So now we just play around the world. He won't play me one-on-one. We'll just play around the world game that he can just stand there and shoot because he's a pretty good shooter. So I did beat him the other day, but he never lets me get the upper hand.
But how was it when you were playing one-on-one? Was he fouling hard? Was he going in the house? Was he cheating? Was he going in the house afterward if he lost, yelling and screaming and not talking to you? Like, how did that play out?
If I'm up, because normally every time we play, we're probably outside and he's cooking and stuff. So if I'm up, he'll, man, the chicken. Man, the burgers on the grill. The burgers on the grill. And then he'll be gone, and I'm still out there shooting, waiting, and I go in the house, and he's sitting down eating. I'm like, what's going on? We not playing no more? He was like, nah, man, I'm tired.
Yeah, suddenly he's old, right? When he loses, he's old.
Chicken needs to be tended to, but it just doesn't need to be tended to when he's winning.
Right.
Go ahead, Bobby. What do you got for him?
Yes, Cameron, can you teach me how to do one of those dances that you do with Russell Westbrook?
Let's go.
I'm
Both
ready.
Let's
definitely.
go.
We can definitely do something. We can definitely do something.
Go.
Yeah, and then dab.
I don't know what that was, okay? No, he's not. No, that's no good. All right, why'd you stop? What happened? All right, enough of that.
He's
for all
not
of
following
us.
instructions, so he
No,
stopped.
he just does whatever he wants to do. Welcome to my life. Thank you for being on with us. We appreciate it, sir.
Thank you for
Gracias,
having me.
Cameron. Gracias.
Thank you.
From the go, papi. Chop up the soul, papi. Settle his goals, papi. I had the new papi. The bad mood, papi. The always rude, papi. Spaz in the news, papi. I miss the sweet, papi. Chop up the beats, papi. I gotta say, at that time, I like to meet papi. For this broadcast from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Time to play the game that thinks he just found a Snorlax. Do you question?
You give us topics and events, and we question them. What the hell did he just do?
Do you question if Tyler Bertuzzi goal should be legal?
Okay, what we've got here is the nephew of bruiser Todd Bertuzzi, and we go to a developmental league here. What do we have? Oh, yes! More of that with my hockey, please. What, is that not legal? That should be legal.
I have no idea. Is that legal?
That
Because it
should be legal, yes. What, is that illegal?
What do you call that if it is illegal?
That is exactly how hockey should be played. Absolutely, that should be legal.
De-sticking? Is that what that's called? I have no idea, but I would do it every possession.
That other guy should be put in the penalty box just for being a fool.
Hold on to your stick.
Well, they should have a guy coming out there with a chainsaw, cutting all the other guys' sticks. That's the way you do it.
Yes, that's even better. I would watch the developmental league if that guy was out there. What is he doing? He seems to be
looks like he's
rowing
stabbing
something.
himself.
What? That's not the way you use the chainsaw, kid.
Do you question Shaq's defense?
Yeah, this is Shaq's son Sharif saying that his dad is teaching him how to dunk in traffic. Let's see what we got here.
Dunk with contact. I mean, that's not teaching your son anything, Shaq. But I do feel that was Shaq's defensive strategy the last 3 years of his career. That we just saw the last 3 years of Shaq defense.
Yeah, it's also Shaq doing what he loves to do, which is taking credit for something that doesn't need to be done. You could use a dummy. You could literally use a dummy to stand there and have him dunk over you.
Shaq,
what are you teaching exactly?
What is that?
I wish my son could dunk something other than a donut,
I mean, I dunk those well, though.
Yeah,
nobody, go ahead and try and play defense against me dunking a donut. See how that works out for you.
Too
I'll
easy.
post you up.
Do you question if J.J. Watt appreciated Lindsey Vogn's candor?
Did you see this? This was exceptional. This was J.J. Watt legitimately embarrassed. His skin turned shades of red I have not seen. Look at this.
You sustained so many injuries last year that we don't really have enough time here to list them, and still won Defensive Player of the Year. How did that happen?
Well, thank you. I have a very good training staff and I have great teammates. That's what it all comes down
Lots
to.
of massages in the growing area.
Okay, now, wait, you're the one who knows about injury recovery, too, unfortunately. I'm going to let that slide right by live television.
I mean, Hannah Storm discombobulated. She's a great professional. She threw everyone off there, everyone watching. J.J. Watt. You've never seen J.J. Watt that vulnerable.
No, you haven't. Lindsay, though, you've got to step your flirt game up. I mean, that was terrible. It was childish. It was on live television. You have Hannah Storm reprimanding you. You got to get more clever with it. Come on.
No, you did well.
You know, I got to check out that rehab. You know, that sounds very intriguing to me.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
All right, I think Mom wouldn't like you rehabbing that way. Oh, my father suddenly developed a groin condition.
That's
of some
right.
sort.
Time to play the game that plans to disinherit one of his sons. See? Or no?
Tell us what to watch on television tonight. You know he's going to be intrigued.
On NBA TV, the Las Vegas Summer League.
Look at that. He tried to deliver it with enthusiasm in that British accent. It did not work. Ben Simmons sat out last night. Isaiah Thomas did not like Ben Simmons sitting out a Summer League game. Listen.
Taking selfies and signing autographs. I mean, you're 19. Earn your money. Get out on the floor. Perform and play. Don't start developing bad habits right now. You played maybe, 8 games in the summer? How can you take a day off for rest? And again, I'm talking about the best players in our league right now. When I'm talking about Thompson, Curry, Durant, LeBron James, I don't remember any of them guys getting days off in the summer league.
Oh, chicken fingers and French fries. Delicious. Izzy, are you intrigued?
I am not, because I want to see Ben Simmons, so if he's not playing, I would not be intrigued. But Isaiah, Adam Silver, I'm pretty sure, would say, hey, in July in Las Vegas, in front of a bunch of fans who don't get NBA basketball, it's okay to sign autographs and take selfies.
Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Listen, if I were Ben Simmons, I wouldn't mind taking the day off, being on the bench there, eating chicken wings and eating French fries, and chit-chatting with everybody there, taking it easy. Why not? It's a lot of time in front of him to play basketball,
He's got the next 15 years.
That's right, No wonder I say he's the TV announcer on the D-League.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Put in your place.
Jeez.
That's right, Isaiah. I said it.
I apologize. I want to take it back. I'm sorry, Isaiah.
I don't.
You got a problem with what I say, Isaiah. You got to come down to Miami and fight my son. We'll be ready for you.
No, I will not be ready. I'll be eating chicken fingers.
On ESPN, 30 for 30, Doc and Darryl.
Oh, yeah, this is one of my father's favorite teams, the 86 Mets. You love those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he loved them. See that? He wanted to party with them. Let's listen to Darryl talking about being hungover for a game.
There's 3 things that you can't do every day. Stay out too late, drink, and carouse. Now, one at a time, okay, maybe. But that's the kind of conversations Darryl and I had.
How sweet it is.
That's a mouthful, Darryl.
Darryl Strawberry, and he wasn't the only one, would always walk out of the clubhouse with a paper bag, a brown paper bag, filled with probably a 6-pack at least, and that was just to get yourself started. After that, you were going out.
You're young, you're energetic, you have a lot of energy for a lot of things. I had many days of hangovers where I got out there and actually hit 2 home runs and was like nothing.
He was pretty good. Izzy, you intrigued?
I'm very much intrigued. I was 9 years old. I fell in love with that Mets team. They didn't tell us that stuff.
That stuff. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. But how old is Darryl now? He looks like he's about 85, no?
All right,
he really looks shat to me.
Okay, there you go.
Darryl, what happened to? Yeah, what happened?
All right, very
Too
good.
much fun.
I mean, yeah, that's what happened.
Exactly what happened.
In the fast lane,
Yeah.
On Discovery, Naked and Afraid XL.
Oh, they threw in a couple of letters there at the end that piqued my curiosity. XL, what do we got?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Feast fit for a king. Breakfast, easy breakfast.
Ah, dude, the ants are worse than any of them.
Pretty crawdad. Look at that gut. I'm happy for this find. Oh, look at that tarantula.
I'll get it.
We got about 7 of the crickets, 1 tarantula, and about 200 ant bites. But that'll be a little breakfast, a little something. We'll grill them up, put them on a skewer. Should taste pretty good, I'm hoping. So, never had a tarantula, but it's first for everything.
Anybody want to try one?
I might try a locust.
But help yourself, everybody.
You passing it around?
And they're just super crisp, is that
Yeah,
what?
pretty much.
Tastes like burnt popcorn.
Right? What do you know?
Yeah.
Man, we were talking about donuts and chicken fingers and delicacies and delights, and now you ruined my. Izzy, are you intrigued?
I mean, I don't like the tradition that's going on with the show. I don't like that,
No.
and I didn't see anything XL in that video.
No,
so
that's
I'm
right.
very
False
disappointed.
advertising. What was
Very
the XL? What is it? The cricket? The tarantula? Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, we're in triple. I tell you one thing: those insects there, or whatever you call it, they're going to be very pissed off. They were quiet, nobody was bothering them, and all of this sudden they got 4 naked people going in there chasing them, ants, spiders, crickets. Say, what the hell is going on? What is happening to the world?
Burning them alive.
That's
eating
right.
them.
I mean, what the hell is going on?
Right. Well, they're only going to be angry for a little while. Then it will end. Their anger will subside.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
Well, Monty is back tomorrow. I didn't mean to sound so enthused about that. Thanks for watching.
They'll see you mañana.
Good show, AC.
Hey, thanks.
Oh,
I got it. The rookie. I always get them.
Yeah.